So first off, tires you get with these things are crap. They leaked within a month or so. I've got tubes in the front ones, and I've got new super small for Vampire rear tires, which are awesome. They're tubeless. Comes with, I got wider Kawasaki Brute steel rims on the back, which is why the rims are painted with Ninja Green. I also like Ninja Green, it clashes nicely with orange. Comes with the original rims, original tires. This one has a seam leak, I labeled it. Leak on the mold, which is the sidewall, so it needs a tube. But not as good tread, but I used to get stuck everywhere with these tires. I used to carry a winch, to show you that. I've got this winch that I rigged up. It fit on here, like that, and then I would swing it over and tie wrap it to this little piece of pipe, and it would ride along there with no problems. Then the coils all went up into the basket here, the coils of wire. I had a winch mount, or winch power point I should say, right here. The positive was, and then I would just ground it to one of these bolts. And if I needed to use it on the front, I actually welded a trailer hitch right under this plate here. Screwdriver, 2 screws, that plate comes off, and the hitch could go onto there. But this winch is, the controls burnt out. I don't think the one-way doesn't work. The cable's all frayed, so I've since replaced that with a new winch that's not on a trailer hitch mount, which I can throw in with it. It's only a 1,500 pound, but that's all you need. It doesn't take much to tow this thing out of crap. Super Swamper Vampire tires, I have never got stuck, except in really deep snow, which I got a snowmobile shortly after that. This unit was not meant for the snow. I have 2 good original taillights. That's not one of them. The front taillights, I basically have 2 smashed original taillights. That's one of them on the back. So the front ones I changed out for these marker lights. The headlights, these are the original headlights, and they sit proud just like these do. I think a tree that I knocked over smashed one of them. $15 to get a replacement from, but I'm on the east side of the city and they're on the west side. So I was driving this to work in Fort McMurray. We were building 400-ton trucks. Lots of these headlights were going in the garbage. I put 2 on here. Their frame is just welded in the buggy frame. I like the look of it. It's got a real bug eye look now more. They only have 1 single beam instead of a high and low beam. So I put high beams on the roof. They're all halogen, so you get a lot more light. The spot mud on there doesn't block near the light that it blocks on these little lights. And I replaced the horn with an Uga horn. I believe the original horn's still in here. Yeah, it's still right there. I got no use for it. The front brakes have been removed. I can put those back. I can put the front brakes back on if somebody likes. It'd only take probably an hour. I've got all the hoses and discs and calipers. The reason for the front brake removal is the buggy does reliable 180s, just slamming the brakes on. You can do, I guess you call it an e-brake skid. You can do that, but the emergency brake is not self-adjusting. So basically you leave the emergency brake on one time, it wears the pads a little bit, and you can no longer do emergency brake skids. You have to go down here and adjust it. You can see we've got lots of back brake pads left there. That's one reason, because trails are usually made for quads a lot narrower than this, and it's hard to do U-turns. I got to do 3-4 pointer. The second reason is the shifter on these units. You have to be fully stopped in order to shift gears. I find you've only got low and high, and then it's a sled type clutch with the rest, but I find doing killer hill climbs, you know, once you're up the vertical and then you're on the flat, you're going flat out in low gear, you just stomp the brake, look over your shoulder at the Vampires, and they stop right away in anything loose, well, even on unloose, but you're still rolling forward, drop it into high gear, and off the brake on the gas, and you're shifted safely without damaging transmission and grinding and all kinds of terribleness. So that's why I don't have front brakes. I'll try and do a demo of that in another video here. I won't have time today. I gotta go wire some houses. So